What's going on YouTube? MTG Vintage Crack here again, and today we're going to be opening some core set packs. We've got 7th edition, 8th edition, and 9th edition. I guess we're going to start out with 7th edition. So, I mean, these are old core sets, so none of the actual cards in them are too good. 7th and 8th edition do have Ensnaring Bridge, which is like $40. The cool thing about 7th edition is that the foils, a lot of them have like ridiculous prices. Foil Birds of Paradise is $600 or something like that, so let's see if we can get a foil in our 7th edition pack.
Alright, how are these going to be ordered?
So these are just going to be like commons, uncommons, and then rare or foil rare.
Cool. Alright.
We'll go through these. 7th edition I think was the first core set product that I picked up. I got the starter kit, which came with the PC game and the foil Thorn Elemental. That's actually how I learned how to play. There's a Stormcrow. Oh man, this just brings me back to, my old starter decks and stuff like that. I recognize a lot of these cards. Fugue, Revival, or is that what it says? Reprisal? And for our first rare, oh well, there's a basic land.
I was like, that's not what I'm looking for.
There's a Lord of Atlantis, which is actually one of the better rares in 7th edition. It's worth about $8 or so.
Cool.
Alright, moving into 8th edition. So 7th edition was the only one of these three packs that was actually clearly marked. There's a 7 on the front of it. I only knew this was 8th edition specifically without looking it up because the back says something about 8th edition. But I didn't see anything on the 9th edition pack that said it was 9th edition. I think we got a shock in the last pack as well, so here's another shock. Not that we really want those. They are in standard right now, but I don't think anybody's begging for the white bordered ones. It's amazing to think about how many times a lot of these cards have been reprinted in these core sets. Of course. These the uncommons now?
Okay, oops, sorry.
Okay. Ooh, a Foratog. That's cool.
Alright, and then land?
There's a basic land, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And then our... Ooh, that's a nice basic land. And for our 8th edition rare?
Oh, there's a foil back there.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
We got a Goblin King and... foil Grizzly Bears. So, definitely a bulk foil,
Yeah.
but you know what? It's the first Grizzly Bears in the new modern border. Because 8th edition is when it switched over to the new border.
Funny. Alright, and then, so this was 9th edition?
This is 9th edition.
Alright.
It's also worth noting that 8th and 9th edition also have the Urza's lands with different art from the originals.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I know, we've got a nice little collection of booster pack wrappers. We'll get there.
I know. I destroyed it.
Cool.
But I got him. Okay.
Alright, here's our last pack for the night. Oh, Unholy Strength. We actually talked about the original. No, the one right before it.
Oh,
We
I
have
was like, oh.
Unholy and Unholy. Unholy and Holy Strength.
Okay. I know, so I was like, oh, holy. I was like, I haven't seen unholy.
Okay, and we should be moving into our last couple of uncommons here.
Alright.
There we go. Telepathy, another card that's been around for a long time. Cruel Edict. Curd Ape, and for our last basic land, that's the same one we got in our 8th edition pack. And for a rare, We got a Blood Moon.
Ooh, nice.
So that's pretty good. That's, I think, probably the best rare in 9th edition, aside from the foils. And that's a $19 card.
Cool.
Cool. So some more core set nostalgia for you. I think we've opened everything from the core sets between revised and 9th edition now. So let's try to hit the rest of them if we can. If you liked this video, please leave us a like down below. We'd really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, you'll want to hit subscribe and make sure you turn notifications on so you get alerted when our next video comes out. Until then, thanks for watching.